Check 1, 2.
Go! Curious about real estate? Yes! Then you've come to the right place. Get the knowledge you need. Get over the fear and get started. This is the Michael Quarles Real Estate Show with your host, Michael Quarles.
Hello, everybody. Michael Quarles with the Michael Quarles Real Estate Show. Today is April 13th, and this is podcast 236. It is a scenario question. And remember, if you have a question, send it to support@michaelquarles.com. Here we go. I came across a property while driving for dollars, and I noticed a piece of paper posted on the front door, and the house looked neglected. After getting home and doing some research, I found that it was a notice of LisPendens, but the date is posted was for over a year ago. What does this mean? Should I mail a letter to the owner, or would it be a waste of time because of the bank already owns it? Easy thing you can do. Easy. Gosh, if you're a coaching student of mine, you'd already know how to do this. There's a database that you can sign up for. It's free. That if you put the property address into the database, it'll tell you who the owner is. If you don't have that service already, if you're in an escrow state, but this is LisPendens, so you're an attorney state, call a title company, I'd call it escrow company because I know they'd be able to give me the information. Anyway, there's going to be a company title or escrow that you're going to be able to call and give them the address and find out ownership. Pretty simple to do. Very, very, very simple to do. And super, super, super simple if you had the property search program that I'm talking about, which is free. We get all of our coaching students to sign up for and have that information at their fingertips, because it's really kind of important to have that information. And but congratulations on driving for dollars. Remember, when you're driving for dollars, take door hangers with you, take contracts with you, blue ink pens, tape measure, because you might just find a house that you want to buy and someone's there to sell it to you. And if it has a notice already posted on it from a year ago, some areas foreclosure takes a couple years, so who knows? If it's not boarded up already and still only just has the notice, maybe you're in an area that the seller still has it. If you find that the seller still owns the property, absolutely try to find them. And easiest way to do that is to send them a postcard. And on that postcard, write return address or address correction requested. And they'll return that to you, they being the post office, and tell you what address the seller is accepting their mail at now. Now, some sellers don't want to be found, so you'll use a service called accurate.com or some tracing company out there. The other thing is we know the neighbors typically know what's going on the house that's vacant and abandoned, and they certainly want that fixed because it's an eyesore for the neighbors or in the neighborhood. So go knock on the 5 doors, the 2 doors beside it, on each side of it, and the 3 doors across the street, and find out if they know how to get a hold of the owner. So do some legwork. So it just doesn't stop just driving around. You got to actually get out of your car and start doing some research. And if you can't find it that way, put a for sale sign in the front yard. Go get you a sign that says house for sale with your phone number on it. If that owner wants to be found, they will absolutely call you all frustrated. But at least at that point, then you can tell them why you did what you did and that you now have their phone number to start seeing if they want to sell that house to you. If they don't want to be found, they won't call you from that for sale sign. So there's things that you can do that and take action. But congratulations on doing it in the first place. I really appreciate it. I like that. I like people that, actually they create effort, take effort. That's cool. This is a short one. Let me see if I can come up with something else to talk about. Be right back.
Thanks for listening. We'll be right back. Are you running out of leads? It's time you tried Yellow Letters at yellowletters.com. Get motivated seller leads through yellow letters, postcards, zip letters, typed professional letters, greeting cards, door hangers, and business cards. Yellow Letters is a full-service marketing company created with your success in mind. Get the personal attention you need to get your direct mail campaign started and get in touch at yellowletters.com.
And we are back in 3, 2, 1.
I'm back. I did. I found another scenario question. So we're going to do 2 scenario questions in one day. I've never done this. This is brand new for me. Bear with me. I'm not even nervous, but it may sound like it. Okay, so here's their second scenario question of the day. I'm currently speaking with a potential seller. He lost his job, is moving out of the state, and must sell. He's already behind on payments for 2 months. Ouch. And he wants $129,000 for the house, but he owes $125,000. He's offering owner financing. How do I structure this deal as a wholesale opportunity? Comps are around 180 mark after some rehab. Well, he wants 129, he owes 125, so that means he wants to walk away with $4,000, not a big deal. Owner financing. I would just take it subject to the existing lien or loan or mortgage. I wouldn't want him to do a wrap. Where in wrap is where they take the loan that they have and they put their name on it, they're wrapping around it, then you're paying him to pay the bank. I would want to just do a sub 2 and buy it that way. I would not want to do a wrap as a buyer, but congratulations on that. The key component here, the thing that really is jumping out at me is the 180 after rehab or some rehab. So that's the question we need to ask ourselves is how much is that rehab? And here's the rule. So let's assume for a second it's $180,000. It needs $5,000 in work. Then, because I want to find out what the as is value. That's where I'm headed. So I need to know the as is value. So if I have $5,000 in work, I know I can get $5,000 of work done in a month. So I'm going to take 5 times 2 because I'm doubling it. I'm going to subtract 10 grand from the 180, and that's going to be somewhere around what it's worth. Now, very few houses only need $5,000 worth of work. Let's assume for a second it needs $15,000 in work, and that work is only going to take me a month to do. So instead of doubling it now, I'm going to take $15,000. I'm going to add $10,000 to it, the period of a month for holding and management and all that kind of good stuff. And so now I'm going to subtract $25,000 from the 180, and I have $155,000 value as an as is. Now at $155,000 value and he wanting $129,000, you don't have much room there, right? We only have $6,000 in room there. It's not a big enough deal. Now, let's fall backwards again. You have 180. Let's assume for a second it's as is 155. Or maybe it doesn't need any work or very little work and it's worth 170. If that's the case, here's the deal. It's worth 170, a little bit of carpet, a little bit of paint, $5,000. That's what that is. It could be worth 180. So here's what I want you to do. You get a $125,000 sub 2 loan, assuming that interest rate doesn't exceed $200 of the rent roll in the area. So the interest, the principal, taxes, and insurance, so the payment on that property doesn't exceed what the rent would be plus $200. If it doesn't, there's a deal there, okay? Absolutely a deal there if you're a coaching student, so I'll explain how to do that deal. But I'll give you a secret. You're going to sell it with seller financing at $170,000. You're going to wrap. See, this is why I don't want you to have the seller wrap. You're going to wrap the sub 2 deal. And you're going to charge interest on $170,000. Now, you're going to get 5 to 10% down. So they're going to give you a down payment. Let's call it 5% on 170. So what is that? $8,500 down. That covers your cost of closing and purchase costs. And because you're selling at 170, they're going to do the paint and carpet on their own to make the house more valuable for them. But you're going to collect a payment from them, pay it. You're going to make a payment to the $125,000 loan. You're going to pay the $4,000 to your seller out of your $8,500 that you're going to get on your purchase there. On your resale. But here's the cool part. 129 minus 170 is a good deal. At some point, your buyer is going to refinance or pay you off, and you're going to get a chunk of change. And so this is a really cool sub 2 resale that you're going to make some money on a monthly, passively, and then you're going to make a big chunk when they end up refining it. Now, you can't do a balloon if it's owner occupied. You can only do a balloon if it's a commercial property. A commercial loan or a business loan. It's an absentee owner, but it wouldn't make sense as an absentee owner, but it'll make sense to a tenant buyer. So someone that's already renting in the neighborhood that has marginal credit, that has 2 years their credit can be fixed, that has $8,500. They already like the neighborhood. They're already paying rent. Convert this house into a mortgage instead of a rent payment. Absolutely, all day long. So we would get into this one really big time on Wednesday's deal analysis call, where I talk about how to do this and put it all together and take me about an hour. But yeah, this is a good opportunity for you. Congratulations. Talk to you guys soon. Bye-bye.
Thanks for listening to the Michael Quarles Real Estate Show. Get more info and stay in touch at michaelquarles.com.